Hello and welcome to today's reading. Let's start with a message from the universe today. What does the viewer need to know today? What does the viewer need to know today? And I feel this is your card. In your journey, there will be times when you feel lost, confused, lonely, and angry. These are times of transition. You won't feel those emotions forever. You are transitioning to a better, stronger version of yourself. Shed away those unneeded layers and keep growing. What an amazing message. And this is very connected to the full moon we have now, the eclipse season, and I think we all can feel the transitioning energy. And of course it makes us confused because we don't know the next step. It's hard to be a fortune teller, to see what direction we are heading in, because old wounds comes up and we have to deal with those, just to shed away those feelings that we don't need anymore. And I wonder, what is it from your past that influenced this? Let's see. The Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, most of all, is a time of celebration. But I also feel this is the connection you had with people before, that you may have been thinking that was forever. You had such a good time, but something has changed. And I wonder what led you here, to this confusion and to this moment where you're not sure where you are heading. You got the Queen of Cups. You have so much compassion for those people that you were connected to. And you wanted that to be forever. But most things in life are not forever. We have chapters in our lives when we connect deeply to other people. We had chapter in our lives when we need to separate because we have outgrown certain circumstances. But you are a very loving, caring, and fun-loving person. And whatever you lost, I feel it is coming back just in a new way. So where do you stand right now? Let's see. The Ace of Swords. That's the clarity. You realize that those people you were connected to before, they have outgrown you, or you have outgrown them. You have developed in a direction where they can't follow you. And as I always say, just send love, compassion to those people, and I believe you have a lot of love and compassion for them. But just release them with a sword. That is, you have made up your mind. You have a mission to fulfill, and you know it. You know that there are something different, and even if you can't see the substantial proof of it yet, you can feel it, and you feel it so deeply that you are urged to follow your own mission, your own journey. And we all have different journeys, so don't be so afraid of the unknown. Just try to be in the flow and just to see things, how they unfold, because all the love you gave away in a way, it's not wasted, not in any way. I think you know that, but it could be hard sometimes to release all that change, because most of all like that things are in the same way, when we can feel happy, when we can enjoy each other's company, and we can just be together in a happily ever after. But most of the life is not like that. It's a bumpy ride, and sometimes we just have to follow the bumps, ups and downs, and take whatever comes. But I think with the Ace of Swords, you have learned how you respond to the changes in a much better way than you did before. So I wonder what is coming, what's ahead of you right now. And for some reason I feel both of these cards are coming through. Ten of Wands, and you got the Knight of Cups. Ten of Wands means that the burden is lifted. The 10 is about new beginnings. That is when you realize whatever thoughts and you have around something, you know there were nothing more you could do about that, and you have to move on. And then comes the Knight of Cups in and tell you that there are more aligned people coming your way, where you again can feel loved, supported, and all the things you need in your life. I like that energy, because you have come so far, much further than you think. Sometimes we underestimate all the work we do, that inner work. When you grow, you evolve, and you realize that things happened for a reason. And it can take us years before we realize how much impact the inner work had on our journey. Let's see, what is the potential for this? What is the potential? What is the potential? Let's see. The Four of Pentacles. A much more safe foundation for you. That is the potential. This means financially, it could mean your living space. It could mean only that you have a firm foundation within yourself. And that feeling of inner peace and happiness, and the feeling of that you have so much to give to other people, that it was coming through right now. Wow. Let's have a final advice from above. Let's see. What is the advice from above? The High Priestess. Look at that. That's beautiful. Because you are advised to trust your own inner voice. And be grateful for all the experience you have had on your journey, because those experiences is what made you who you are today, with all the qualities. And most of us become better persons during our lifetime, because we take all the experience into consideration when we move from one chapter to another. But I believe most people right now, they try to trust their own inner voice, because we all, most of all, of course, we all want to contribute to a better world. And what can you do? Because if we all live accordingly to our own values, the good ones, that we always appreciated, and that when we lived by them, it made lives easier. And I think that's what you're realizing right now, that you want that life where you can be happy without any bad feelings around it. We could sometimes feel bad about being happy because people around us is not happy, but don't do that, because when you are happy, you inspire other people to be happy as well. And the underlier is the Seven of Pentacles. That's fruitful time ahead, where you can just pick the rewards from all your hard effort. When you see that when you take one step at a time in the direction you want to be, and living by being an example for other people, that is when everything is changing. And you know that, and you experience that. So I think you are in for a treat right now. You are really going to accomplish big things. And it might not show in the outer world, but the people will notice that you have changed in the most beautiful way, because your inner happiness will inspire people around you. And with that, I wish you a wonderful day. Take care of yourself and realize that life has only begun. So take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.